Namaskaram everyone. So I'll directly jump into the main discussion point of this video, which is my experience about inner engineering. So before sharing my experiences about inner engineering, I just want to say how I came to this spiritual path, because I guess it is also equally important before sharing my experiences of how inner engineering was. So just a brief story, so how I got into it. So it all started when my father died, when I was like 2 years after college, I guess. So I was working for a company, and suddenly I heard the news of my father dying. So after that, it was both a very difficult and very important stages of my life, because till then I was like a kid, roaming around and going to college and making some mischiefs, not taking responsibility of anything in my life. So just after my father died, everything was in my hands. The good thing was, whatever I dreamt for, which is a car, a costly phone, a house, everything was in my hands, and every dream of mine from my childhood was fulfilled in the coming years. Like, 1 or 2 years, I just fulfilled all my dreams with this money, because my mother was not that educated to handle the financials, so I was the one, dealing all the finances. So I was also fulfilling all my dreams. So in 1 or 2 years, I just felt, is this all life is there anything else? So I just started seeking the meaning of life. What's the purpose of my life? What is life? So these are the questions which I was searching for answers in all directions, and the direction which I went was into drugs, psychedelics, alcohol, smoking. I was tripping all around South India, going Kodaikanal, mushrooms, magic mushrooms. So it was a crazy period. And I also, it was the period where I was, I don't know, I didn't intend to going into spirituality, but these answers were only available in spirituality. No other things were explaining these kind of questions, giving answers to these kind of questions. So knowing or unknowingly, I was into spirituality. Officially, I was introduced to Sadhguru by a friend. Is a very close friend of mine in that period, not now. Now we are not, we didn't talk. So it was around 2000. It was around 2 to 3 years, I guess. So before I got married, 1 year before, I just met that girl, and we came to terms, and we want to marry each other. In their house, I can't go and introduce myself that I am not doing anything. In that stage, the only thing I was doing was collecting the rents of the houses and shops we had. So that's what I did. So in order to introduce myself and ask their girl to get married to me, so I started looking for a job. For that, I went to Chennai and stayed in a friend's house, a friend's room, you may take. He was living alone, so he was living with his friends. So I just joined there and started searching for a job, and also going for a course there. And in that period, so I just met this friend, and he was into psychedelics. He was somewhat very experienced in that, and I was teaching me how to trip, have a good trip from good psychedelics. So we were doing drugs together, and we were exploring some kiddish things. Now if I think, like, It was so kiddish, but in that stage it was like, oh, what is this, man? What is this experiences? So he introduced me to Sadhguru, to his videos. So from then on, I used to, watch his videos, do drugs, and whatever he says in the videos will be, experientially, I will be experiencing it after doing these kind of drugs. Then in one point, I just thought that Sadhguru is also doing drugs. He's doing drugs only, he's in our wavelength. So I just literally thought that this is how he became wise. But after some time, then I realized, from his videos to videos, watching his videos to videos, then he insisted on the point that drugs is not the solution. And if you want a sustainable, constant, method to reach that states, we have techniques in yoga. So, and he was talking about inner engineering. So from that only I got to know that there is a program called inner engineering, and I need to do it. But for 4 to 5 months I was trying to somehow get there, but for some reasons I was not able to go or register to the program. And once I got married, then the first thing I did was register for the inner engineering, and I went with my wife. I didn't ask her permission also. I just asked, you are coming to this program. So she also said, okay, let's see. It's a 4-day retreat, you're saying, let's see. So she also came. So I didn't also get her to a honeymoon. First thing I did was get her to this inner engineering program, and she used to, mock it even now. You didn't get me to a honeymoon till now, because after finishing that program, we found that she was pregnant. So she was heartbroken that she didn't go to any honeymoon and was not able to do it, because once you get pregnant, you are not advised to travel. So that's one thing. So this is how I just got into inner engineering and did the program. So honestly speaking, like after doing it, I didn't feel much of a difference. I felt it, but it was very subtle. It was not dashing enough for me, because my body was literally abused with lots of drugs and experiences, with lots of thick and high experiences. So in engineering was very subtle to me, and I was also in a thought that when I do inner engineering, Bhavaspandana, Shunya and Samima, I'll be enlightened. So I was in a hurry to do next programs. So that didn't literally help me. So I was in a rush. I was not in a good mood of state, but it somewhat subtly helped me in those things, like settling myself very subtly, but I didn't notice it in a big way. So after finishing all these programs only, I just experienced inner engineering in a very deeper way, how it helped me in daily life. Talking about the benefits of inner engineering, it touches almost every aspects of the life. Every aspect. Not even one I cannot think that it will not touch. Because they teach a practice called Shambhavi mahamudra in the inner engineering program, which is the energy process. Since energy is the base of who we are, it touches every aspects of the life. I literally can't imagine of one thing which it does not touch, because energy is the base of our life. So it touches the life itself. But you need some time in order to to actually see or have that awareness to see what it's doing in your life. In the program itself, they will recommend you to do at least for 6 months to see what it's doing for your life. So after 6 months, like you itself know that what all the differences it makes in your life, and you will continue to do it. So you need some patience for that, and stick on to a process, and that process will give you the fruits. It takes some time, but it's worth that time. I also introduced this program to my mother. She did it for 20 days and left it. And I asked the reason. She said, nothing is happening to me. So that's what I said to her. You have to do it to, get benefits out of it, or it takes some time to work on you. So if you don't have that patience, then you don't go to that program. Then time is still there for you. So if you are ready for it, I just recommend that you go for that and take that program, because Sadhguru says, like, I have given everything, every techniques that is needed. You just follow it and you get enlightened. That simple it is. But our mind, thinks of millions of ways to how not to follow it. But it's okay. But nowadays I'm getting along, and I'm enjoying also the benefits from it, and life is wonderful. I can't, literally say these are the aspects, these are the benefits, and I can't point it out, because it's touching every life. The decisions that I take, the how I speak to someone, before and all, the way I think itself have been altered. It's in a deeper way that I think in a inclusive way, that everybody should be benefited from it, like that. For example, before I used to think very selfishly that I should be good, and I should have this food, I should have that food. Now I'm thinking in a way, okay, what about my mother, what she wants, how she is in her mindset, so how can I take care of her. So these are all the changes, and these are all the good things you will build up from it. And it'll be beautiful once you can follow it full on, from the time you wake up till you go to bed. You follow those instructions given in the inner engineering, your life will be blessed and miraculous. That's for sure, because I've seen it when my mind allows me to follow those things without any distractions. It will be wonderful. It just feels like grace is flowing on me, and the moment the mind starts its work, then it's all gone. So you can see the difference, and it's going wonderfully. And these are the experiences which I got from inner engineering, and I wish people who are watching this video also to take on the course and take the step in your life to enhance your life. And this channel, I just didn't start it for random reasons, and this channel has a purpose to it, and I will be revealing it in the further videos, in the next videos. And I am planning to do a separate video of what is my experience in Shunya, what is my experience in Bhavaspandana, what is my experience in Samyama, and my volunteering experiences, which is, I think, the best. So I'll be sharing it one by one, and also there is a purpose for starting this channel, and I'll be revealing it in my future videos. Thanks for watching, and namaskaram all.